All right, I'm back. I know a lot of you guys were wondering, like, yo, did you stop? Did you quit? No, I didn't. There was no quitting. There was a period in which I felt like my focus was needed elsewhere. I am developing a career in entertainment. Yes, it's multiple fields of entertainment, even though the main entry level is comedy. It's still a lot. Um, in between that time, I've developed a thing, funny is not enough, which was given to me first. And a lot of people don't understand when something is given to me, it's for me. So, yes, it's the brand that I created, but it's also a brand that came to me, letting me know that, hey, being a stand up comedian is not going to be enough to get you in this entertainment field that you want to be in. Because even with being a stand up comedian, you have to know how to conduct yourself on camera. You have to know how to conduct yourself around people. You have to know it's a lot more than just being funny. Like, I can make a million and one jokes about, you know, the same thing over and over again: sex, penises. I can make a million jokes about that. And there are tons of jokes with that. But what I'm not able to do is grow from that. Just that. There has to be more. There has to be something that gives. There has to be something that is allowing people to get to know who the brand really is. And when I discovered that, it made it very easy for me to just go ahead and grow. Like, I always look at my growth in the career paths and the business. I always look at it as a plant. And, I must be some type of bamboo because it literally took me almost 2.5 years to germinate into who I'm becoming now. Like, I think my plants like just sprouted to see the sunlight after 2 years of doing this. And that may be because in my germination phase, I was learning the business, I was learning about me, I was learning how to speak publicly because my stutter is still there. And what I would try to do is cover it up by speaking faster and over speaking it. And now what I do is embrace it. So when I'm nervous or something isn't going my way, that stutter comes out. And yeah, getting laughed at about it no longer hurts me because of how confidently I embrace it. Getting in a position where growth is mandatory. Like, that's why I think I've fallen in love with comedy so hard because it commands the growth that I was scared to address. Like, I was afraid to address the fact that when I was younger, I had trouble reading. Not so much anymore. I actually have a joke about that. Um, yeah, it's comedy forced me to look at myself in the mirror and accept everything. It forced me to accept the fact that, hey, yes, there was a point in time and a period in time where I was on some dumb stuff with the women, like the womenizing and all of that stuff. It forced me to address it and look myself in the mirror and say, hey, it's either you gonna focus on these women or you gonna focus on this career. And based on the trajectory, it clearly shows that I've chosen the career. There's things about comedy that have made me sit with, you know, trying to be accepted by everyone. I no longer am there. I actually enjoy people not liking me. I enjoy the snickers that are done behind me. I enjoy all of that because one of the best things that this, like, my comedy scene has done for me is no matter what people are saying behind your back, when you get on that stage and you're still able to make people that hate you laugh, that's the ultimate victory. Even if it's a chuckle, that's the victory. It doesn't matter. Like, what's being said about you or around you, or how many people stop you from opportunities that, you know, may help you or hurt you. All that matters is when you get on that stage, can you make the people that hate you laugh? And it took me a while to really get to this state because I always wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be accepted by everyone. So much so that people could see it and thought it was like desperation. People felt like, yo, you're trying to, do too much to be cool instead of just being cool. And I was like, you know what? Forget being cool. I'm me. I've got a very small group of people that allow me to be me, regardless. And that group of people are who I consider my friends. That group of people are who I pour into. That group of people are the people that, when I get to the higher arcs of my career, that if they're willing to listen, I will help. And, you know, it, it's one of those things where you just have to accept everything, man. And comedy did that for me. Comedy did that for me. I remember if you didn't like anything that I was doing, or if you didn't like how I was growing, this pertaining to the dog business, I would just quit and walk away. I've made a lot of money from training dogs, a lot more than I have in comedy. But I walked away because I was concerned about how I was being represented outside of my presence. Comedy has allowed me to be who I am, even in uncomfortable situations. Like some of the people that are around me that smile on my face, I would normally want to address it and be like, yo, well, you said this about me. But now, through comedy, I understand why it's more powerful to not even address it. And I was like, yo, comedy has done so much for me. Comedy has truly helped me grow. Comedy has pushed me to a place where the uncomfort is more value than the comfort. The uncomfortable atmosphere has made me a better comic because no matter what, yes, I know like 80% of the people in this audience right here have said nothing but negative things about me. But I'm going to write this joke so well that you have to laugh. And sometimes, like, I'm not going to get that. Sometimes I'm not going to get that laugh. But I know it's authentically not good. Like being surrounded by, in the comedy scene, being surrounded by people who don't like you is probably the best atmosphere you can be in. An atmosphere that I once thought was toxic and it was scary to me has honestly made it very beneficial. Like being in an atmosphere where I get overlooked for shows or I don't get looked at for opportunities because people just don't like me. And that's perfectly fine because it made me go out and get my own. It made me go out and write better jokes because I don't get the pity laugh of, oh, he's working on it. I see what he's working on. No, I have to get the laugh. And when I do, the feeling of, dude, these people hate me, but they laughed. It's just infectious. It's the most beautiful thing. And I addressed a lot of haters. A lot of people were mad because of opportunities that I got, but it wasn't. I don't take it personal. I take it as, okay, cool. Since you have these people that don't like you because you've got access to things that they don't even want or don't know how to obtain, and I was giving information on how to obtain them, but because it was coming from me, it was like, why is he doing this? And I was like, well, I want everybody to win because if I have this grand stage and you have this stage over here and you use what I said to get you to that stage, that's a win for me because it lets me know that my formula works. But people didn't see that. They were like, yo, this dude just started comedy. Da, 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 da. I got one comedian that I absolutely love. And he every time I see him, he's like, oh Lord, here go Jamal with another comedy tutorial. But the funny thing is when it came time, He was like, "Hey, bro, I love you. Like, I love what you're doing, but I gotta clown you because that's what everybody else is saying behind your back, and I'm bold enough to say it in front of your face." And I was like, you know what? I appreciate it. And that's when I started to really revamp and revisit of who I am because it doesn't even matter. None of this matters. And a year from now, if I don't reach the goal that I want, that means I've been doing comedy now for 4 years and I haven't reached any of the goals that I've set for myself on a short term scale. Then why am I doing this? What am I working towards? You know? So I continue to reach. I reach heavy. I reach for the sky. I reach for the stars. I reach for everything that's available. And sometimes I don't get those things. And when I don't get those things, I understand and it makes me work harder. Sometimes I don't get the opportunity. And when I don't get the opportunity, it lets me know that I'm not working hard enough. And now my only focus is building a fan base because building a fan base for me means that I'm able to write the jokes that I'm able to write, where people feel like they know me and they want to come and see me once a month, twice a month, whenever they want to come see me. They believe in the process. They believe in me. Like that's one of the things that the casino, working at the casino, has taught me is having people continue to see you, having people continuing to come see you, having people continuing to help growth, having people like those things are what's important. Nothing else. Nothing else, man. Like, but I know now, like when I do a show where I have to find the people to come to the show and enjoy the show, and I know that I'm the one that made it so that it happens, it's a better feeling. It's a brighter feeling. Yeah, it feels amazing. It does. It feels amazing. Knowing, just knowing who I am, that feels good. It feels good knowing what I'm capable of. See, before comedy, I didn't. I think that comedy helped me through the lens of laughter. It helped me figure out who I am. It allowed me to grow into something that I didn't know I could grow into. I never in a million years would have thought, being that I had trouble in school speaking publicly to kids joking my stutter, to you know, being hesitant to read because of I developed this hesitation because I had glasses and I wasn't able to see, but I wasn't reading on the same level as everyone else because I couldn't see. So I remember the people helping me, and I would have to like get really close, and like it was a mixture of things, man. Like growing up in poverty was not fun. Growing up in poverty was not for the weak. Like my parents couldn't afford glasses, and when they did, my mom bought these big, huge glasses, and I was like, dude, I can't wear these. I'm an athlete. Like I'm out here, playing basketball and football, and I got these goofy ass, like literally, they were the same glasses as Urkel's. And I'm like, bro, we be fighting in the bathroom, like we fighting and like I can't. Ain't nobody going. Everybody going to try to fight me when I got these glasses. Which honestly is the same thing with comedy. So I'm wearing these glasses, these big bottle. They're not even bottle cap. They're Urkel glasses, and I have to wear them because that's all that I have. That's all that my parents could afford. So of course everybody was like, "Yo, I want him," because he weak. And people who knew me knew what time it was. Like, yo, hey, we going in the bathroom. We gonna fight. We had to fight every single day, and it was never really like a malicious, like, I'm gonna knock you out, unless it got to that point. Like if it was real, and everybody wanted to fight me, and all you had to do was two things: you could pin them against the wall, and they'd be like, all right. Or you could slam them, and if you get slammed, you gotta walk around smelling like piss all day. But it was that the visual of what they saw, not knowing what was hidden, like the hidden monster within me. And I'm not saying that I'm the beast of all beasts, but I ain't too many L's I took. ain't too many L's I took. If I took an L, I had to come back the next day and get my L back. So after a while, people just left me alone. Like, yo, Maul over there, leave him alone. He started like, nah, he leave him alone. And I remember that, man. All the people was like, yo, nah, I want him. I, you, this is not, and I would have to serve him up. And that was the most beautiful thing. It's like, the same way with comedy, like it structures you, and even as comedy, like you look at things from a different lens. So now I think it's funny, remembering the times where everybody chose me because they thought because of my, I'm saying my parents being poor. Like I didn't have a lot. We were poor. Like I had the same pants from like elementary school all the way up. Like, yeah, I grew a little bit, but we were wearing baggy pants. By the time, like, my Jinkos was high waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how poor we were. And you know, I remember buying shoes. I remember buying a jersey because like that's when jerseys first started coming in. And my aunt gave me a FUBU jersey that was just so happened to be the same colors as the school. And this dude like came up to me and punched me in the chest. Pow! Like, how you gonna play for this soft ass school? I said, bro, it's December. What winter sports are? Bet. I'm gonna see you in the bathroom. And we go in the bath, and I went in the bathroom. Guarantee I ain't never get touched again. Never get touched again. Beautiful, beautiful. But it's just how I turned the bully, and I think a part of me naturally does this with anybody around me. Like if you're trying to bully me or bully anybody around me, I'm gonna remember that, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remember it, and yeah, no, but yeah, and also I want to share this story because I think it's a beautiful story, man. Recently I was on a show. I was on a show, and my mom. I don't have Cash App, but this show, you got paid, but you could also leave your Cash App so people could tip you. And I'm here, and I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm about to get a tip. Well, slow down, pause. I got distracted because my dog's over here whining, and I hope this mic doesn't pick it up because it's supposed to be a compression mic. So um, I'm gonna work on this later. But so I get to. I should lift this up a little bit. So I have this show, and on this particular show, you have a mic. You have it's a show. I don't know what I'm saying this for. Like I'm spaced out because I'm trying. I'm tired. Listening for my kids. They watching or whatever. Anyways, so I get to this show, and this show is at a ice cream parlor, and the owner of the ice cream parlor, amazing dude, ex SEAL, good ice cream, great customer service, really taking care of us. And we had the show where you know what I'm saying, we have a show in there, and we do the show, and I want to say I'm like the fourth or fifth to come up. So I get up there, and while I'm up there, I'm doing my joke, and I have one joke that I genuinely love. It gets a huge pop every time because it goes and it's woven into the rest of the story. But it talks about pee pee sucking spray. So I had this one, and I say this joke, and I allow this joke to just sit. And the reason I allow this joke to just sit is because my facial expression holds the laugh. So it really gives me an opportunity to assess. And it's like, okay, cool. Let me see who I have laughing and who else I need to win over. Because I like to get I need the whole crowd to laugh at the end. So it lets me know what jokes I'm going to go into next. I don't have a set list. I go based off of, if it's too heavy on one end, I go to another, whole another story. So then the set's done. I get everybody to laugh. I get off stage, and I go, I go sit back. The night's over, finish, help clean up, go home. And in the morning, I wake up. I like I said, they can send you a text message, or they can send you a friend request. They can send you they can send you all types of stuff. Uh, Venmo, Cash App, whatever form of payment you have up there. And I was getting I got a call in the morning. My mom said, Jamal. I said, what's up, mom? She said, Jamal, I woke up. Mind you, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, the usual time that my mom calls. Jamal, I woke up and I think somebody's trying to hack into my account. I said, whoa, what are you talking about? She said, I keep getting these notifications on Cash App. And I was like, what you mean? Somebody's taking money out of your Cash App? Like, what's going on? Do I need to separate your card? She's like, I don't know. But please come over here because I don't know what's going on. It just keeps dinging. She was like, I was like, all right, mom, don't worry about it. Like, I live in Suffolk. She lives in Virginia Beach. Like, mom, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get the kids dressed. We heading over there right now because I can't afford for my mom to lose anything. I get there and she's like, Jamal, I just got another one. Like while I'm driving, like I'm at the tunnel at this point. I was like, okay, mom, look, I'll be over there in a minute. I'm gonna make sure nothing crazy is going on with your account. And I was like, well, what's it saying? She was like I'm halfway there. I'm probably around Newtown at this point. She was like, it keeps saying something about dick sucking spray. Man, I am in the car crying, laughing, damn near crashed the truck. Like I look over, I'm like, man, I can't believe this. Cause I rushed out the house. Like I ain't even brushed my teeth, but I'm worried because my mom is like, hey, somebody is breaking into my account. And I know she has like some reserves money. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Man. All right, cool. To find out that everybody was sending payment. Like, hey man, great joke. I love the dick sucking spray. Da, 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 da. And you just go through, and I'm reading the messages. And it's like $25 here for dick sucking spray. Hilarious face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh shoot, like they really like this joke because it's not often that you get an opportunity to see what joke people appreciate. Like, what joke was your favorite joke tonight? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, yeah, it was really dope. It was really dope. It was super cool. Just excuse me, just to see people, excuse me, people engaging like that. And then it was so funny because my mom just freaking out, like not knowing my jokes in comedy because she never comes to the shows. It's not that I don't want her to. It's just that what's she gonna do? She not listening to no joke. This woman is Jesus's. If Jesus could take a wife, he should, like trust and believe. My mother would be probably 3,000th in line. Like my mom would marry a Jesus, but she didn't understand, and it just was one of those things. It was a beautiful moment for me, just letting me know, like, hey, people enjoy you, and that's all I want to do. I want to get the people to enjoy me. That's it. That's it, man. But yeah, I'm about to get these kids some breakfast, man. It's early in the morning, but thank you all, everybody who chose to listen. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank y'all. Y'all have a great day, man, and let's get busy. We back.